Hi, my name is Amy Hall, and I'm the Director of Banksia Support Services. I'm a behaviour support specialist and a clinical supervisor. I'm really excited to present an excerpt of my new chapter from Authenticity in Action called The Joy of Being Perfectly Imperfect. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which authenticity is built. It's fueled by knowing and trusting yourself. Growing up, I often felt emotionally unsafe and misunderstood. As an undiagnosed autistic and ADHD girl, the world around me didn't make sense, and I struggled to find my place in it. My thoughts and feelings were often dismissed as dramatic or exasperating, and even my memories were reframed and invalidated, leaving me to doubt my reality. I learned that to be accepted, I needed to correct myself to fit in with others' expectations. In my late 30s, a mentor planted a life-changing seed. What if you aren't the problem? What if you are enough exactly as you are? These words forced me to confront my deepest fears about myself. Could I trust that my feelings and thoughts were valid? Could I like myself without needing anyone else's approval? I really wanted to like myself. I rarely looked in the mirror. And at the time I was 140 kilos and had no idea what food really tasted like. I just ate to fill up a hole in me that kept getting bigger. I mostly wore black or dark clothes to shrink myself as much as I could. And I knew I wanted to feel differently. The answers didn't come overnight. Through a process of self-discovery and acceptance, I learned to prioritize emotional safety, stepping toward people and experiences that nurtured me and away from those that drained me. I chose to trust myself. It wasn't easy. Experimentation and loneliness were part of this journey, and I lost quite a few relationships along the way. I also lost 60 kilos. I now look in the mirror and smile, and I rarely wear black. Ultimately, each choice to honor my needs reinforced the belief that how I feel and who I am is enough. Dolly Parton says, find out who you are and do it on purpose. For me, self-awareness is a lifelong practice in trust, choice, and reflection, as well as the foundation that allows my sense of authenticity to grow. Vulnerability, the birthplace of connection. Brené Brown describes vulnerability as emotional exposure, risk, and uncertainty. I think it's the birthplace of connection. I've always been described as an oversharer. For some, my openness was too much, but I've never shied away from sharing my mistakes, failures, and truths. Being vulnerable and transparent enables a deep connection with others and invites them to be vulnerable themselves. But being this way isn't always easy. Some people have retreated from my life, uncomfortable with my openness. These moments are deeply painful as I experience rejection sensitivity, like others might experience a bad sunburn. Even small dismissals can feel disproportionately intense, and being vulnerable is very personal. It requires courage, and for some people, it triggers feelings that they're not ready to recognize in themselves. To protect themselves, their reaction is to recoil or retreat. But I now respect their boundaries rather than internalizing it as rejection. Vulnerability requires embracing perpetual uncertainty, but it also creates the most profound connection, both within yourself and your relationships. It challenges me to stretch, adapt, and embrace both the beauty and the pain of being fully seen, which is a true gift to the world. Courage, persevering through the breaks. Maya Angelou said that courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. For me, courage was choosing to stay alive, even when every thought in my mind conspired me to end my life. My story is one of surviving deep depression, unmanaged impulse control, untreated ADHD, and chronic anxiety. For years, shame was the lead actress in my narrative, joined by her co-star, Dread, together both convincing me that my world would be better off without me. The world would be better off without me in it. Fear played a powerful supporting role as a blinding spotlight and a persistent shadow, keeping me trapped in survival mode. Fear is like a cactus, thorny and imposing. Yet I also discovered that these thorns guarded a reservoir of insight and strength. Marianne Williamson reminds us that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. My fear wasn't just about my perceived shortcomings. It was the terror of stepping into my own light and embracing the power to be unapologetically myself. Fear loses its power when you lean into it with curiosity rather than resistance. When I step into what fear tells me to avoid, I find courage quietly waiting to guide me forward. It's uncomfortable, sometimes excruciating, but it's inherently brave. Courage has taught me that my light isn't just mine. It's a gift to the world. When I embrace it, I give others permission to do the same. Courage isn't about perfection. It's about persistence and choosing to move forward, even when the path is uncomfortable or unknown. That's just a little excerpt of my chapter, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something from it, and I look forward to hearing your stories. Please feel free to follow Banksia Support Services or Amy_Hall_Banksia for more information.